Hey guys, what's up? So in the last video of the first Berserker Khazan, we left off fighting the Blade Phantom, but I'm going to be catching you guys up to date on what I've been up to, off recording and a little bit in recording. So right after you beat the Blade Phantom, he gives you a bonus mission to fight this guy, however you say his name. He's not that hard of a fight, he's just kind of like a little NPC fight. Runs out of stamina relatively quickly. The best way I can describe him is he's like a downgrade version of the Blade Phantom. But he's not really that challenging, just kind of like a patience game. Except for my footage ended up freezing here. And it took me a little while to notice that. But shortly after that fight, you make your way over to this area where the Dragonkin are. And you notice them worshipping whatever that thing is. And then you meet the bard a little bit afterwards, and he's just kind of like a merchant, sells you things, nothing too crazy. And then you meet this character later on in the area. You can upgrade like summons and stuff, and give yourself permanent little like tiny boosts and stuff too. But the contraption you see in the back there is the main thing in this place. So you have to find and activate 3 of these little levers here, which you can easily find just by progressing. And there is a boss there, but I forgot to record that. But doing all of this will allow you to fully unlock a door to this boss fight, which I also didn't have any of the cutscenes recorded for some reason. I thought I did, but I never did. But yeah, this guy is by far the hardest boss you will fight up to this point. For a good reason, because his intro cutscene is just him pulling a piccolo and aura farming, so you know this guy means business. But yeah, his second phase is by far his easier version in my opinion, because he's a lot slower, though he does have some fast attacks. But the first phase is more of like you have to just master it so you can save as many heals as possible for the second phase, and then it's like, you know, cakewalk. But if you enter the second phase with like 1 heal, maybe 2, you are probably gonna struggle. But 3 heals you should be good. 2 you might be able to make it, but 3 is ideal.
For so long, this power had threatened the Empire. The power of Hismar, the Berserk dragon. Fate chose us to be the ones to defeat him. Me and the great mage Ozma, my closest friend and comrade. We were loyal servants of the Emperor. But that loyalty was betrayed. The Emperor, the nobles who falsely accused me, especially Pavel, they will all pay one day.
The Mage Ozma, a traitor too? Yes. And did you hear what they did to him? Blinded and then executed. Just like a traitor deserves.
Ozma, my friend, I swear we will be avenged. Everything has been taken from me. Everything. This place, if there is a hell, then this is surely it. Emperor Pomeria, Pavel, you will both be dragged down here.
Alright, so right after defeating Viper, you make it to this area, which is however you pronounce that. I'm not even gonna attempt it. Just gonna roll with it. But off to the right, you have a giant bear you can fight. You know, not a hard enemy by all means, super easy. He drops decent stuff, and there's a cave you can get a few items from right next to him. But right after the bear, down the left side, there will be a boar, literally just a boar. After defeating the boar, though, you just keep progressing, moving forward. Just to be ate by a damn worm and then tossed off the map. But after clearing that area, the next time you go through, you proceed to Aura Farm yet again for a whole another cutscene. So right after the whole Aura Farm, you just proceed through the village and or town, whatever you want to call it. But throughout this village, there's a bunch of dragonkin all over the place, and these new guys too that just somersault towards you with axes. And I was kind of shocked on the amount of enemies they put in this place, because like every like area and corner had like a group of them. They're not like hard, but like if you're not paying attention, they can definitely catch you off guard a little bit. So definitely be a little careful and check your corners in this area. But after about making it halfway or so through the village, you'll come across an enemy that looks very familiar. And that's this damn Viper dude, but as an elite enemy. Now, you should have most of his moves down, so he shouldn't be too difficult to fight, since you literally fought him for however long during the actual boss fight against Viper. So you take this guy down relatively easy. His electricity thing doesn't really do too much to you, so you don't have to worry about that. But then about towards the end of the village, though, you'll come across this big guy. Not a hard enemy either. He does hit really hard though, so definitely watch out for that if you're not too confident in deflecting. He's just really slow though. He's not a very fast enemy, so just kind of attack him instead of just waiting like I do. After defeating him, you come up to like this blue item here, and then you can kick down this little wagon with a bunch of water to open up a shortcut to your like whatever that thing is. I'm just gonna call it a bonfire, but that's because there's gonna be a door to the next boss fight. Now I don't have any audio recorded for this, so I'm just gonna kind of talk over it. But basically, this big deer guy here with a hammer and chisel, just killing everybody. Somehow a little pink-haired lady here picks up a shield and blocks, 3 attacks somehow. And then we just come in out of nowhere, pulling a Mordecai and shoulder charging him off the platform. And this guy, he's not bad. he's a little bit of a like skill check kind of character, like in the sense of like your deflect, because he's very slow, but he definitely hits a little bit hard, especially when he buffs his chisel to do fire damage. He can definitely be a little scary, but it's more of just like if you can deflect well enough and counterattack. But that's kind of it, because he's really tanky, so he doesn't take too much damage. So it literally is just you deflecting all of his attacks, countering, and then waiting for a window to attack. That's kind of it. But if you sit at the end of this video so far, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll hopefully get another episode out a little quicker than this one this time. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
A moment, please. I just wanted to thank you for saving me. I owe you my life.
I'm looking for Pavel, the nobleman. Do you know where I can find him?
Oh, I wonder... Are you the great General Khazan?